Well, let's get to Europe because this weekend's big fixture, of course, there's only one game that can headline this weekend fixtures, and certainly that game will be happening at the Santiago Bernabeu in Spain. It is Real Madrid who are taking on their arch rivals Barcelona in a game that promises so much intense, so much emotions and goals and all that you can think of. When you watch the prospect of that game and with regards to the last 4-5 meetings between these two sides, it always looked as if Barcelona have got something going on against their Madrid counterparts. But I'm hoping that this particular season, when you look at the form guide, and with the way some of the players have just are sparkling for Madrid, Jude Bellingham is getting his cuts well. Kylian Mbappe right from last season, he's transitioning into this season with some great form. Vinicius Junior, we've seen promising plays from Arda Güler and all of that. I think that Sunday's game, tomorrow's game actually will be big, guys. And you know what makes it interesting is that we have a Madrid fan here. I'm a Madrid fan, but as what will I say? As a judge, I can't say much. Manuel, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Big game, of course, the biggest in the world. I think I don't know why I feel it's laughing. It's the biggest game in the world.
Absolutely.
Elclassico. Yeah. The biggest game in the world. The only
for this weekend.
Season's good. No, for this week.
No.
Of all time, the biggest game in the world. Look, this is the only game. This is the only game. Let me tell you this. This is the only game where you can have seasons gone by. It's not that maybe I don't know who Dembele has won the Ballon d'Or, but seasons gone by, you could have 2 Ballon d'Or, 3 Ballon d'Or winners in the same game on the same field. This is the Elclassico.
No, that is why I want you to put time.
That's what I'm saying.
So now you agree that it's not the biggest.
It is. Which side is bigger than Real Madrid?
If you have the likes
nobody is bigger.
If you have Manchester City playing, if you have Manchester United playing Liverpool. If you have, those
combine their Champions League together. Only me, I'll handle them.
It's not about Champions League.
They are not my size, bro. This is the biggest game. I'm the biggest club, Real Madrid. Okay, but look, it's going to be a very tough game for us. I don't know. You see, when I talk about Barca, I get very agitated, and so I'll try to put the fun in me aside and analyze it from a very objective perspective. I think currently, when you look at both teams' current form, slightly we are better because Barca lost in the league recently to Sevilla. They were beaten 4-1 by Sevilla, and then in the Champions League also we saw Paris Saint-Germain also beat them at their own home. So they've lost 2 games in their last 5 games. We have lost just the 1 game, that is against Atletico Madrid. So form-wise, we seem to be better form-wise. That is what the good news for us. But the bad news is, Phil and Victor, I feel like Madrid has a psychological problem with Barcelona. And I'm saying it here first. Because, look, even last season, we lost all the 4 Clásicos we played against them. They beat us in all 4. But the very first Clásico.
And not just losing, in a very embarrassing manner.
Jesus, I agree, the bitters. Why are you making it worse?
But it's really embarrassing. Sometimes you have to put the fun in you aside and be very blunt about it.
They beat us. They beat us.
They made the boys cry. The boys wept. And Jesus wept. And the boys wept.
I don't like what judges
not
do.
just the tears.
Your Honor,
their pocket also wept. Their pocket wept.
Your Honor, I will file for miscontent. You are not being fair. Let me present my case, please. So, in that first Clásico we played against them last season at the Bernabeu, that was under Carlo Ancelotti. Yeah, look, I think in the first half, if you watch that game, that was the best football I have seen a Carlo Ancelotti side play against ever. I think on that all the time, Carlo Ancelotti, even when we won the Champions League twice with him, that was the best football I have seen us play as a team. Mbappe scored, I think, 3 goals in the first half. All goals were offside. And then we went to halftime 0-0. We came back thinking, we are going to carry that same momentum from the first half into the second half. And it will be one of the most embarrassing scorelines for Barcelona in a long time. and they came to beat us 4 goals in the second half alone. They scored 4 against us at the Bernabeu in that first Elclassico last season. And from then on, it just, there was a second, I think that was in the Super Cup when we met them. We scored first 2 goals.
Yeah.
Mbappe came from the bench, we score, and then from nowhere, our boys just fumble it, and then we let them get back into the game. They equalized 2 goals, and then Ferran Torres scored the winning goal. They beat us 3-2 in there. You can talk about the Mbappe hat-trick when he came from the bench. Look, I think our problem with Barcelona is not the football. It's not the football. Honestly, it's not the football. Honestly, look, I've told people this. This Barcelona side on paper here should be the easiest Barcelona side you could ever be. Look, this Barca side, they're not really defending. Victor, Barca's defense this season? Set an offside trap. That's their whole game plan. Set an offside trap. What kind of a defense tactics is let me set an offside trap? So look, on paper, this Barca side should be the easiest Barca side you could ever face. But for some reason, we come up against these boys, and we can even go 2 goals up. We can score first 2 goals, and we let them creep in. And I think the damage was done under Pep Guardiola. I think Pep Guardiola's Barca did a psychological damage to this Real Madrid team, and that we've not been able to overcome. And even Madrid fans themselves, if you hear Madrid fans, and I'm on Madrid, a lot of Madrid pages on WhatsApp, on Twitter, when Madrid fans are talking about Barcelona, you can just sense this sort of terror in them, and I think the players themselves feel that when they play Barcelona. And I think as a club, we have to deal with it psychologically. Hire psychological coaches to these players. Let them understand that, look, Barcelona are not the monster you think it is. Barcelona are a very beatable side. Like I said, already they've lost season. Look, Sevilla are about, I think they're 11th on the league table. Sevilla beat Barcelona 4-1. They are not as dangerous as they make themselves out to be. They are very beatable. And if I'm Xabi Alonso going into this game, that is why I'll be drilling into the minds of these players. Do not be afraid of them. There is nothing, to be afraid.
Show them some clips. Of how Madrid of old.
Madrid. When you Google the heaviest defeat ever in Elclassico, it is Real Madrid.
Yeah.
We beat them 11-1 in the 19s.
Show them the Champions League comebacks.
We've beaten Barcelona. Look, this scoreline that people are saying, the season before last season, we beat Barcelona consecutively for 4 times like they did us. Yeah. But people are not talking about that. People are just conveniently forgetting that Real Madrid also beat Barcelona consecutively for 4 times. But you see, this is a side we've beaten before. We can beat. At any day we can beat. The football is not what they do better than us. Okay? So I think look, we have the boys. Kylian Mbappe has 10 goals in the league this season. Do you know Barcelona's highest scoring player in the team list? Ferran Torres. He's on 3 goals. He's not even starting for them. So look, man for man, take Kylian Mbappe. Vinicius has about 9 goal contributions, 5 goals, 4 assists. Lamine Yamal has 4 assists, also 5 assists. He's on top on the assist league. But that's all. That's all Lamine Yamal has. He's got assists going for it. He's not got the goals. Lewandowski is injured. Rafinha is not going to be playing this game. They're going to be missing a lot of guys. On paper, we should be beating Barcelona, but psychologically, we find a way to let them, I don't know what it is about.
They just grab you.
I don't know. We are so afraid of them. I don't know and I think that, like I said, the damage was done under Pep Guardiola when they had that dangerous Messi, Iniesta, and Pep Guardiola was cooking. They beat us in the Champions League. They will catch us in the Champions League. They will beat us 5. They will catch us in the league. They will beat us 5. I think that era really, really ruined Madrid fans. But look, Madrid, this is the biggest club in the world we are talking about. You've got all the Champions League trophies. You've got all the league. And you see, people forget, but Barcelona was established at least about half a century before Madrid was established. We were formed in 1902. Barca were formed in 18s, but we still somehow managed to get all the Spanish La Liga titles. We still somehow managed to get all the UEFA Champions League titles. We are a bigger club than Barcelona. I'm not even going to kid you on that. We've got all the trophies, So we have to start playing like we are. We are the big boys. They are the underdogs. We've got everything. We've got money than them. We've got a better stadium than them. So look, let's start playing like we are the better side, because we are. Do you understand? And let's stop feeling so timid when we play Barcelona. Let's go all out. I expect Xabi Alonso, because so far Xabi Alonso has fumbled when he's meet the big guys. We saw it against Paris Saint-Germain in the FIFA Club World Cup. it was really embarrassing to see PSG beat us by 4-0. We saw how Chelsea played against PSG, and they had an easy day. Against Atletico Madrid in the league recently, Atletico Madrid beat us first. They scored the first goal. We came back. We scored 2 quick goals, and we led in the first half. First half didn't even end, and Atletico equalized. So we ended that first half 2-2, and then we come back and we think, okay, we can do something. And then Atletico Madrid, it's Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid. They come back and they beat us by 5 goals. There is a psychological problem with this team, and I feel like they have to hire the best psychologists to drill into the mind of these players. Look, you are you are playing for the best team in the world. You yourself, if you are not good enough, you will not be playing at Real Madrid. You have to be very good to be a player. So believe in your talents, know you are good enough, and then go on the pitch and play like you are a Champions League all-time winner. You play like you are playing for the Los Blancos, the Galacticos. This is the biggest club in the world. So I feel like, look, I expect on Sunday, I want revenge. I want revenge.
Charlie.
I want revenge.
and you can understand where Manuel is coming from. Charlie, it's too bad.
It was brutal, bro.
Too bad. I mean, the boys cannot even yob again.
Bro.
I mean, if you are yobbing, you have to be careful.
That's the funny part, though. All time, when compare the head-to-head right now, we are leading them.
Yeah.
We are leading the all-time head-to-head with Elclassico. It's just by 1. But we are still leading, okay? But you can't even say that.
Yeah.
Because they will tell you, I've beaten you 4 times in a row. And you can't really talk.
Because there's always a time cap to these arguments. And there's a simple question. In the last 4 games, which team is the best? It is Barcelona. There's no arguments about it. Then when we talk about overall, then yes, but who will even talk about overall when we are talking about current form?
But we should be able to talk about overall. We are talking about head-to-head.
And then you should understand Manchester United.
And the boys want to talk about business. And once business is concerned, it is now, not then. All right.
So look, Phil, I want revenge on Sunday.
All right.
And I think, look, if all the players, if you were Mbappe, and last season you came to Real Madrid and you faced Barcelona and you lost all 4 games, I think Mbappe, you have to want revenge too,
Yeah.
Because you are Mbappe. You are Kylian Mbappe. You are a Ballon d'Or player. Okay, you are the biggest player in the world at the moment. You are on form. You are scoring goals. You have to show it. If you are Vinicius Junior and last season you came close to winning the Ballon d'Or, you were robbed. Yeah, and you want to prove a point. And Vinicius tweeted after that Ballon d'Or fiasco that I'm going to do it 10 times. I have to do it 10 times for them to give it to me. That's what I'm going to do. Actions, man. We have to start showing that we are Real Madrid. When we come up against this Barcelona side, a Barcelona side that an aged Inter Milan. Look, an Inter Milan side that the youngest player in that Inter Milan side was their defender, Acerbi. Come on, man. An aging Inter Milan beat Barcelona came to the Camp Nou and drew 4-4 and they beat them at home. We can't beat this Barcelona side. Come on, man. What are we saying, man? Tomorrow should not be a match. Right from the whistle, let's go rampage these people and get some necessary revenge because we've ended, bro. We've ended.
All right, guys, let's skip the fixtures. I've allowed Manuel so much time because he's a Madrid fan, but we want to try and then touch base with all the leagues across Europe. So, 2-4, Junior. Classico tomorrow, Barca Madrid. First of all, which of the sides are you swinging to?
Well, for me, I'm swinging to Madrid because I think they've suffered long enough from last season. And this is the time they need to make amends for themselves. I haven't heard any passionate analysis like what Ima did. Ima, you do all. I would say it's about how Alonso gets to be more pragmatic with his system. Ima made mention of the fact that in the big games, against Paris Saint-Germain at the Club World Cup, against Atletico Madrid, and you could see that there's something lacking when it comes to his system about being pragmatic during these big games. You could study Barca. All Barca have is their high line of defense. It's a trap. When it gets you, that's all. That is the system they have created to defend. The best defender is probably Pau Kubasi. All of them, they have their weaknesses and their vulnerability. So why not get something pragmatic enough from your system and get this win? I don't care about the scoreline. It's not about scoring 5 or 6 to avenge all the defeats of last season. It's about getting the win, making sure that this season is a fresh start. We are getting the win against our bitterest rivals. But again, you look at Barcelona and how new players tend to find comfort or tend to score freely during the Clasico. I remember from Pedro, Ibrahimovic to David Villa to all the new guys, Sanchez, all the new guys that pops up with regards to the front line for Barca. They always seem to score. I have a feeling Rashford will score tomorrow.
Prophetic.
Yes, I have a feeling Rashford will score tomorrow because it has always been the case. Rafinha got in there. He got his goal, I think, in the second Clasico. In his second Clasico, Robert Lewandowski in his first Clasico got a goal. It goes on and on and on and on and on. So, for me, I think Madrid, I'm moving towards Madrid. They should make amends. They should just win the game. They shouldn't really care about the scoreline, and then they move on from there.
Okay, so that's 2-4 Junior. Phil, you're a Chelsea fan, so maybe you may not dwell so much on it, but what do you think? The Madridistas are worried.
Yes, they should be. But I think with this team, Barcelona, they are missing out on certain key players, and it should be an advantage for Real Madrid. My question has to do with Xabi Alonso, whether he shouldn't overthink, because that has been his problem. To me, I believe he's done so well. When he joined the club, he wanted to play the 3-back system. They told him, hey, this is La Liga. The game is different. So you need to come up with a different system that would help out in defense. Else you would concede a lot of goals. He's stuck with the 4-3-3, and I think it's helping the team. Barcelona, on the other hand, has played well. We know how they are riot when it comes to goal scoring. But they are missing out on my key player. I believe he was the best player for the team last season. That's Rafinha. A lot of people were talking about Yamal, but I never saw Yamal in last season's team. He was good, yes, but he was not close to where Rafinha was. He was on form, top form. This time around, he's injured, and I think that has been the problem for Barcelona this time around. And Lewandowski as well. I think Koundé is a doubt, which is something which Xabi should capitalize on. He should take advantage of. Try to set up a system where he could beat Barcelona well. Like the high line you are talking about, Real Madrid has quick players. They should just time their runs, and that's it. That's it. When you play against Chelsea and you play high line, you concede a lot of goals, because Chelsea, Maresca set up his team. When it comes to that system, they beat a lot of teams that want to play the high line or open up to play against Chelsea, and that the Real Madrid should be able to beat teams like that, teams that want to play high line. That has been his problem, and I think he should work on that. Coming against this Barcelona team, that is their yardstick in defense. That is what helps them in defending. They also are very good with a high line. So playing Mbappe, Vinicius, they are very quick. This guy as well, Rodrigo, he's also quick. You should use them as the front three, and I think you should be good. They should just time their runs, and they will be fine. Bellingham, Valverde, and the rest, they send in long balls. So I don't see where I'm playing in front of their fans. It shouldn't be a draw. A draw is something which I don't see. I believe Real Madrid should win, and win well, when it comes to this fixture.
Well, so that is Phil Annan speaking there. Now, when you go to